What is up, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Killer Keemstar, and I'm here with...
Only Use Me Blade.
This is the BadKidCast, the audio cast that you listen to
while you game.
We're available on iTunes,
Android,
and on Spreaker app, and we're available all over the place, right? Do you know the last cast that we did got like 12,000?
That was less than a nautical night ago.
Yes, that was less than 24 hours ago. Got 15,000 views on Spreaker. Now, most of the people that listen to the BadKidCast listen to on iTunes. iTunes usually gets about like 50,000 views, stuff like that. When we had the YouTube channel, we would get maybe 13,000 views. And then on Spreaker, we would get, I don't know, anywhere between like 4,000 and 5,000 views.
Yeah.
But Spreaker is blowing up now that the YouTube channel isn't there. So,
yep. Before we get into the BadKidCast tonight, we actually have a sponsor. Now, if you guys don't know, if you want to... sponsorships for the BadKid Show are ridiculously cheap.
It's $50.
50 U.S. currency via PayPal. And what we do is we actually go to your website, your YouTube channel, your Twitter, whatever you want us to promote. We check it out. And if it's something that we want to promote, you pay us $50. That's a fucking steal of a deal. And we promote it at the beginning of the show. So tonight's sponsor is VOS Artists. Now, what VOS Artists is, they have a Twitter handle and they got a YouTube. What you do is if you're into music like you are an artist, you're a rapper, you're a singer, or you just are a producer, any kind of music that you make, send your music over to them, and what they're going to do is they're going to promote it, and they're going to try to get you in contact with people that could possibly get you deals. So they spread the love as far as like getting good music seen by the masses. Their Twitter handle is @VOSArtists, and that is also their YouTube channel.
Yeah. So check that out. You know what I like about stuff like this is you can... Sometimes I like to find music that isn't really that popular.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's kind of cool to stumble along a video and see something that has like maybe 300 views and like be like, wow, this is awesome.
So the video that popped up on their channel, when I went there, I listened to it, and it was a cool song. And the thing that I liked about it is it was a newer artist, and they were doing a show, and you could tell that they're hungry. You could tell that they have like a drive. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And I fucking love that, because right now, I'm not going to lie, like I'm in this mode. Like the last couple of days, I've been like, I want to do YouTube, but I don't know what I want to do. And I'm just been like, I don't have the energy and stuff like that. And so to see someone who hasn't made it yet, not saying that I've like made it on YouTube, but to see someone that's like hungry and like ready to do whatever it takes, it's kind of inspiring.
I have an idea for another YouTube channel for you.
What is it?
Okay.
What is it?
It's so, do you like smoking marijuana, correct?
Yes, I do.
All right, so here's the idea, all right? You would make a channel to educate and entertain people about marijuana.
How? Okay.
So, and it would be all user involved, like the fans would be involved and pretty much control your channel. This is how it would work, right?
Okay.
Your fans would give you two things. All right. They'd give you like Northern Lights, which is a strain of marijuana.
Okay.
And then they give you like a task, like change your oil. So what you would do is you would start your video off, Blade, right? And you'd be like, I'm smoking high sativa today. It's known as Northern Lights.
Okay.
And the challenge to go along with this strain of weed is to change my oil on my vehicle.
Or fucking, just think of other things besides just change oil. I'm trying to think of some other tasks.
Okay, so what is your favorite strain of weed?
Blue Dream.
Okay, so let's say the task is Blue Dream.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Now,
so,
before I get into that, I know you're ruining your flow here, but like I say Blue Dream because I love it, but like I've had White Widow before. I've had like some certain sour diesels and like the stuff called cat piss, but it's like hard to come by. But as far as like consistent weed, I never got tired of the high of Blue Dream. Go. Sorry about that.
Okay, so let's say someone says Blue Dream set mouse traps. Right?
That's awesome.
That would be so entertaining.
That's awesome.
I am clicking on that video every day because, first of all, we're right on the edge. We are right on the edge of the marijuana explosion, right?
Yeah.
Prohibition for weed is about to be done and over with, right? We all see it's coming, right? you could be that personal person. You could be that entertainer that is not only entertaining but is educating people on the strands of marijuana and how different they are and how different the highs are.
That sounds like a perfect channel for YouTube. Is that allowed on YouTube?
Yeah.
Smoking weed's allowed on YouTube. Okay, say that then.
Yeah.
Because it would be another thing. In going along with your same thing, I like your idea, and this is actually better than my idea. That's a horrible way to start this. The combining the different strands of weed and how they interact with different boozes.
With alcohol?
Yeah.
Weed and alcohol is weird.
Yeah.
Because here's the thing, right? There are different highs with different strands of marijuana.
Right.
But there's also different drunks with different types of drinks.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? You can drink a ton of beers, and that is not the same thing as drinking a few shots.
Right.
Those are two totally different highs. And here's one thing that you will notice is the easiest way to notice that alcohol highs, or whatever you want to call it, drunkenness, is completely different based on the drink. Go out one night and drink nothing but beer. Okay. Go out the next night and drink nothing but shots.
Yeah.
All right. Go out the next night and drink nothing but wine.
Right.
Like, those are completely different things. You know, the beer, you feel a little groggy. You know, you're a little reckless.
Yeah.
The liquor, dude, you could be off the wall. You might want to get in a fight with someone.
Right.
Right. And then you go to the wine. You could get super horny, super happy.
Right.
Like, you can be smiling ear to ear and be happy on life. I mean, they're totally different buzzes.
And to all the people out there that are taking a girl out and you're getting a drink, you need to have that pre-game conversation of what's on limits, what's off. Because if you get someone drunk and then later on you order up some tequila shots, they're like, fuck it, let's take it. But you need to clarify beforehand what's good, what's not. Because me personally, I get naked if I drink tequila. Like, for real. Like, I know it sounds fucking weird. And it works for girls. Obviously, you want girls naked. You don't necessarily want me naked.
Dude, I hate Patron.
Dude, okay. So the thing is that
up?
it only takes like one shot of Patron for me to feel shitty.
I rarely ever have Patron. The only time I have Patron is if it's offered.
Yeah. Oh, obviously.
I'm trying to think of the last time that...
You know, Patron's
Dude,
expensive.
Hex? I think Hex was the last person.
Yeah, Hex loves his Patron.
Hex is on the Patron
So
thing.
like with me and Hex, or like me and Fwiz or whatever, like we would go out and I would be ordering Jaeger bombs left and right. And I love Jaeger bombs, but lately I've been staying away from them.
You're crazy, dude.
No, I've been staying away from them because I get too nuts on them, bro.
Dude, I always, like, my drink of choice was always, I can't think of it. Crown.
Yeah.
I was thinking Canadian. I'm like, wait, Canadian, no. But yeah, Crown was my drink, right? Mm-hmm. I can no longer drink Crown because since you moved to Buffalo,
right,
I am totally on the friggin' Jaeger bomb.
The Jaeger tip, hell yeah.
I need it.
Dude.
That's the only way I feel good.
So one thing I've been moving in towards is like, I like screwdrivers, right? So I've been drinking nothing but screwdrivers when I go out, and then I don't change, and I try not to drink Jaeger bombs. But the problem is like, if I were to give you a gallon of orange juice and say drink this, you're gonna be sick.
Oh yeah,
by slamming a gallon. But with the amount of drinks that we take, if I drink all of the orange juice, literally it's like I drink a gallon of fucking orange. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like a lot of times I would be going to work the next day after a fucking heavy Jaeger bomb night, and I'd be like, dude, I don't even think it's the Jaeger that's fucking me up. It's all the fucking Red Bull. Like, that's a lot of Red Bull.
Yeah.
Do you fuck with whiskey?
You know, I've had everything, but I wouldn't go to a bar and be like, yeah, can I get a glass of whiskey? You know, I
don't want to say a glass, but like a Jack and Coke or something like that.
Jack and Cokes are good. Like, here's the thing. I always see in the movies where the dude's got the scotch, you know, on ice. Have you ever tried that? That is the worst fucking thing in the world.
I don't think you're supposed to drink scotches on ice.
Or, I don't know. Whatever. On the rocks.
On the rock, yeah. Actually, I don't think you're supposed to keep scotch like cold. Like, I watched this. There's this awesome show that's like Build Your Bar or something like that, or like Fix Your Bar.
Right.
And I think we might have talked about it on a previous cast, but it's pretty awesome at the whole process where they have like a shitty ran bar, and this guy comes in, completely renovates it and makes it better.
I'm gonna sneeze. I think.
Look straight at a light. Look straight at a light if you need to sneeze.
All right, so here's the deal.
So
the show that you're talking about, after you recommended that, I went and watched the first episode where they went into the biker bar and turned it all the way around to like a classy place.
Yeah.
And they did have some type of scotch or something.
Yeah.
They had some type of whiskey or whatever. I can't get into it, dude. I'm into the, like, you know.
I like that show. First off, because I've worked in bars before, and I've worked in some bars that definitely needed some help.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I kind of like going to bars that need some help because those are the bars that like offer stuff super cheap. You know what I mean? Like, there's one bar where motherfuckers literally they didn't have a license, so their thing was you can bring your own booze in, you can like serve yourself. So they were giving them cups, and people were like, you know, they'd have bags of their own booze pouring in and stuff like that.
That's hilarious.
Shout out to whoever said to me on Twitter that when I do the podcast that the bass is proper.
What do you mean the bass is proper?
Like my sexy voice, and I know I'm talking like that right now, but my sexy deep voice is proper on the bass line.
Well, I'm just saying you might have some competition. Yo, I thought of $1 billion idea.
$1 billion?
$1 billion idea. I've been saving this. I was going to tell you on the car ride over what the idea was.
Before we get into this, every time we have like a good topic, like we're just kicking it, Keem will literally be like, dude, I'm going to save it for the cast. I want to save it for the cast. Let's go.
Do you think the fucking cast is good? If you motherfuckers were flies on the wall inside of any vehicle me and Blade travel in, way better conversations.
Oh yeah, the convos that we have are gold.
So anyhow, we're in the car on the way over, and I'm like, I got this idea. I want to tell you. Whoop, I can't. All right. So this is my
He'll get mad if we start talking and it's brilliant. He's like, dude, hold it. We're going to talk about the cast.
Yeah, there'll be times where we like just drive in silence because I'm just hushing everyone to wait to conversate for the show.
Bottle that magic up.
Because here's the thing. If I tell you something and I get the reaction and then I try to retell the story on the cast, not the same.
It's like relighting a match. You can't do it.
Not the same. It's not real. It's fake. Fraudulent. Here's the deal. Have you ever heard of this thing on Reddit, Active Pizza?
I've not heard of Active Pizza.
It's something. It's called like Random Acts of Pizza.
Okay, I'm down. What's up?
So this is what happens on Reddit, right? People will go on Reddit and they'll be like, "Hey, dude, my friend Joe is pretty much broke. He has nothing. Please PM me if someone will offer to buy him a piece of pizza." Or pizza, and then the pizza man delivers it, whatever. So people just buy each other pizza. Here is the problem, right? Now, I didn't know about this. I found out after I had this idea because I said the idea on Twitter, and people told me, hey, this Reddit thing exists, right? But here was my idea. You should not have to give anybody personal information, right? There should be a website, and you should be able to sign up to it. I should be able to sign up to it. Everybody can sign up to the website. You give your address, and you give the type of pizza that you want. All right?
Okay.
And you put your local restaurant in there, right, with the phone number or whatever, or however it is, right? What the website does is users can buy other users' pizza without exchanging any personal information.
So it's kind of like on Amazon where like I may have a wish list on Amazon and people could send me gifts, but I don't have to give them my personal information.
Right. That's what this website would do. It would be secured, and pretty much anybody can send anyone pizza. Now think about how this would be used, right? This could be used as gambling. If I beat you in this game, right?
Pizza.
You're buying me a pizza.
That's awesome.
This is my username, right? You don't have to give anyone on the internet. Dude, you got friends on the internet? You want to hook them up? Be like, dude, thank you so much for the shout out. What is your pizza username? It's so and so. I'm going to send you some food over.
I hate to be negative, but wouldn't everyone that signs up for this website want a free pizza and not necessarily want to give a free pizza?
It goes both ways.
Okay.
It goes both ways. Because you should be able to send somebody a free pizza without making an account. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like senders don't have to make an account, but users have to, right?
Okay.
It should go both ways. So I just think it would be good in so many ways because there's people that, are down on their luck, friends can hook them up, whatever the case may be. And I think it would be used a lot. And not only that, but I think all the pizza joints around the world, because this doesn't have to be limited to the United States. This can be in England. This can be anywhere, right? Someone in Australia should be able to buy someone in America a piece of pizza or a pizza, you know, and have it sent to their house, right? The beauty of it is all the local pizza places will want to be affiliates with the website because they want to make sure that they get the business, right? The website itself will make a simply $1 USD on each sale that goes through, right?
Okay.
Easy, breezy, beautiful service where anybody can anonymously receive or give pizza.
I'm down. I can go for a pizza right now.
More than that, that's a $1 billion idea.
Right?
Billion. Who wants to make me the website?
Who wants to send me a pizza?
Who wants to make me the website?
I like how we worry about all our personal information, but like as soon as someone says they'll send me a pizza, I'm like, okay, I'll give you my address.
Wicked Shrapnel sent me a T-shirt
Nice.
to wear on the drum alerts.
Nice.
So I'm going to be wearing some Wicked Shrapnel.
That motherfucker, dude, he gets me so damn hungry. He'll make these videos, right? And it was like he made a video today about him eating Jack in the Box, and I was like, dude, I would murder that right now.
Why do people do that? Why do people make videos about eating food, and why do people fucking take pictures of their food?
The pictures of the food's fucking weird.
Even the video. You're just making me hungry, you fuck.
Now, if you were having something super, like I'll take pictures of my food if it's something super bomb. Like if I'm just going and getting a fucking like a Philly cheesesteak or something, nah. But if I'm traveling and I'm in Boston and I'm having some fucking seafood platter, yeah, I'll take a fucking picture.
That's stupid.
Like clams fucking drowning in butter.
Who takes pictures of their fucking food?
I'm saying in rare instances I will, but like
Okay.
I'm not taking a picture of every fucking diet thing I eat.
The only way I'm taking a picture of my food is if my plate is literally assembled to be some type of like artistic display.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but you're saying a plate of food. Yeah, it might be like amazing. There might be lobster and stuff, but that's not what I'm talking about. I'm taking a picture of my fucking plate of food if it looks like the Eiffel Tower.
So when we went on the when Scott took me on this trip, right? Like he took me on a couple trips, and for whatever reason, they were always food themed. We would go to these places. Like one of them was bacon themed. We go to all these amazing places and order this food, right? Well, for the whole part of the trip, because it's all being paid for either by the fucking restaurant or by Ford, is that Scott would have to film the food and take pictures of the food and do all this stuff. So like I'm starving.
Oh, that was second nature to Scott. He does that every day.
I know.
He'll get McDonald's and take a picture.
So I'm talking about we've been traveling for like fucking 7 hours or something, and I'm like, I'm hungry, I'm starving, I want to murder this food. The food comes out, it looks bomb. I'm ready to dive in, and he's like, hold up, I have to fucking take a picture, I need to film. And he's like, I want you to film your first bite. There's so many like first bites. I'm like, yeah, it's fucking good. Yeah, shut up, I want to fucking eat now. Those are fun trips though.
Yeah, I can imagine. I could only imagine.
The best place I went to was a smokehouse place in Tennessee, I believe it was. Was it Tennessee? No, I definitely wasn't. My
Dude, you were just saying how you hated that Wicked Shrapnel made this video about food, and now we're just sitting here talking about it.
No, I don't hate that he makes
hungry.
it. It doesn't. I don't hate that. It's just that when you watch him, like that looks so bomb. You know what? Are there any good burger places out here? And I'm not talking about just like a Five Guys. I'm like, Five Guys is bomb, whatever.
Five Guys is good.
Yeah, Five Guys is really good. But I'm saying like,
you know what's insane? If you go to Fridays or Applebee's, whichever one it is, I think it's Fridays, the one by the Galleria Mall. Their burgers are amazing,
Really?
like better than any mom and pop spot.
yeah.
You know, because it's a branch. You know, it's.
There's this weird thing out in Buffalo where it's like known for pizza, like pizzeria stuff, chicken wings, and then they call them Texas Hots. But to me, they're like fucking like little Oscar Mayer fucking hot dogs, like little shitty hot dogs you can buy. It's like 6 of them for $1 at the store.
No, they don't have shitty hot dogs. They have Salem's.
Salem, yeah, Salem's are shitty hot dogs.
No, they're not. Those are the best.
Those are not the best.
Salem's are the best hot dogs there is. They are.
I disagree. I've had better hot dogs.
Well,
than that.
what is the best hot dog brand?
the best hot dog brand?
I'm gonna Google this search. I'm gonna Google this right now. The best hot dog in the world is Salem's.
No.
Best hot dog brand. What is this?
Best hot dog. Okay, Huffington Post.
Huffington Post.
You know it's legit. Nathan's.
What?
They said Nathan's.
It better be Salem's better be on here. Or I'm
boycotting.
Saber. What the fuck? Dude, this is bullshit. This is paid product placement. Where the fuck is Salem's? This is a joke. Is Salem's regional?
I think it's a regional thing, bro.
Oh,
it's gotta
that's
be a regional
why.
thing. And that's another thing, like regional stuff, you don't realize how bomb it is. Okay, first off, I've been fiending for a Taco Time burrito for the longest, right? And that's something
I thought everybody had Salem's. Dude,
No.
listen.
I don't know how you don't have fucking Jack in the Box out
Guys,
here.
go, because we're not on the West Coast. You guys need to literally go online, find Salem hot dogs, and have them shipped to your house. That's the only way you're going to get good hot dogs. Unless you live in this area. Okay, go ahead. Continue.
Ridiculous.
How is that ridiculous?
Dude, Salem hot dogs are basic fucking hot dogs, though. That's what I don't understand. Like, what's so special about them?
What do you mean basic? It's the best there is.
Okay. Like, I don't know. I don't agree.
What's better than Salem's?
I can't think
You
of...
said ballpark. Ballpark is
I didn't
disgusting.
say ballpark.
Well, what is the best?
I don't know what the best is, but I know it's
Salem's.
Okay, Salem's is the best. There you go. You win that one. Just chalk it up for
Match
you.
over.
Well, no, I'm just saying. Okay, but here's the thing, though. When you're talking about hot dogs, the best hot dogs, this is going to sound so retarded, are not hot dogs. They're like bratwursts and Italian sausages and stuff like that.
Yeah, they're not hot dogs.
Yeah, okay. But I'm saying if I'm going to eat a hot dog style thing, I'd rather have like a bratwurst or Italian sausage or a hot link or something.
Do you know that pretty much like millions, maybe, I don't know, millions, thousands of people died because of a hot dog?
Really?
You didn't know that?
No. You know my sister can't eat hot dogs because of the thing called nitrates?
You totally did not listen to what I just said because you didn't even ask to know.
Or what would you
I
say?
literally said thousands of people died because of a hot dog, and you were like, oh, wow.
Thousands of people die from all kinds of shit. There's so many people on this earth that die from all kinds of stupid shit. There's probably thousands of people that have died from allergic reactions from different type of condoms.
Aren't you a little bit interested how
Why did thousands of people die from hot dogs?
This is what happened.
I'm on the edge of my seat.
In World War I,
we're going back.
All right, the British king came over to the United States to try to get the United States help in World War I.
Okay.
It was over. It was a wrap. Maybe it was World War II. I think it was World War I. I don't know. It was a wrap, right? The British was getting their ass kicked. They needed help by the U.S. The King of England at the time came to America, and he ate a hot dog. And all of a sudden, Americans loved him, and they decided to jump into the war. That's a true story. America actually got behind the King of England and supported England in the war because he came to America and lowered himself to eat a hot dog.
Okay.
It was in all the papers. For real.
Okay, I believe you. But that doesn't mean that hot dogs killed thousands of people.
Yes, it did. Because if he never would have ate that hot dog, there'd be thousands of people alive today. Think of all the people.
Okay, correct me if I'm wrong, but the way that you worded it, I thought that on a daily or a yearly basis, thousands of people fucking die as a result of hot dogs.
But that was the point. I worded it that way so
To
you would
get me
ask
interested.
why, to
Okay.
give you the interesting, long response.
During one of the world wars, a king came over, ate a hot dog. We're like, you're fucking cool, dude. All right, send it over. So
That's pretty much how it worked. They made a whole movie on it just recently.
right.
Anyhow, did you know that that same king like literally couldn't speak? He had a stuttering problem.
Yeah.
The King's Speech.
The King's Speech.
Yeah, have you heard of that movie?
No.
It won Oscars.
Oh, well, sorry.
Yeah. He had a stuttering problem. And like radio was just coming around, and like the dude had to talk on the radio. Because before radio, you know, they were like, oh, the king's awesome, blah, blah, blah. No one actually heard this motherfucker talk.
And then when they finally heard him talk, it was like, oh, shit.
He had to do a speech, so he had to get like, you know, this guy over here to tutor him and every day. So when he did his speech, he did it like super slow, so he didn't stutter. He's like, people of England, we are about to go to war. This is a moment, a great moment of our time to defend our countrymen.
Have you ever seen Pearl Harbor?
Be
Stop.
brave.
Stop. We get it. He fucking stuttered. Have you ever seen the movie Pearl Harbor?
No.
Dude, okay, so Pearl Harbor.
You talk about Pearl Harbor a lot.
That fucking movie's awesome, dude.
My dad just told me some shit about Pearl Harbor, but you tell me first.
No, go ahead.
No, well, my dad went there, and he said that he went to Pearl Harbor, and there's a ship that the Mississippi or whatever the fuck it was called, right?
Whatever, yeah.
It like they blew it up, right? The Japs came in and they threw bombs on it or whatever, and it sank. But the water right there was so low that it's like just barely underneath the ground. So they like made a monument over it so you can like walk over the ship that's still underwater. And I was thinking to myself, that's fucking stupid.
Right?
Like, why don't they pull the fucking ship out of there? Do you know how much fucking metal's in there? Take that motherfucker to a scrapyard. You're going to make like at least 50 grand, probably more.
Dude.
Why the fuck are you going to put this? Why is the ship just sitting on there? They're like, well, that's the graves of some soldiers that lost their life. Yeah, why don't you put them in a fucking gravestone?
Yeah, no shit.
Like, pull those motherfuckers out, take their skeletons' asses out of there, and put them in a fucking gravestone so their fucking relatives can go back and look at it. You think their relatives want to go, yeah, Jimmy's down there in that fucking ship.
You want to hear some fucked up shit about the
Fucking
like
idiots.
1940s prisons?
No, what happened?
I watched this fucking documentary about the the Shawshank Redemption story.
Imagine if they would have left fucking 9/11, right? Imagine if they would have left the Twin Towers in just giant wreckage, right? And put a glass box over it, right?
Bronzed it. Like, I'm trying to get to work here.
Just bronze the wreckage, right? And you just went to it every day and you're like, Aunt Susie died in these buildings. You fucking getting a sliver and shit. What the fuck?
To everyone that had a family member or knew someone that worked there at 9/11, you're not special for knowing someone that happened to pass in 9/11. I apologize. I'm sorry if that offends you. Get over yourself.
Yo, the internet is filled with fucking liars,
dude.
too.
Listen, yeah,
every time you talk about, I made a point, like, not this 9/11, not last 9/11, but the 9/11 before that. Like, anytime 9/11 rolled around, everybody in the world was like, oh yeah, I know someone that died in the towers.
Dude, they did.
No, you didn't.
Dude, they did a social experiment, right? This is like right when the internet was fairly new, okay? And they asked, it was about Woodstock, right? And the corporation that did Woodstock or whatever was just like, hey, could you please register on here if you or a family member that you know of went to Woodstock? And something like 20 times as many people registered than they were actually at Woodstock. So that proves to you that people are like, oh, I was totally fucking there.
Yeah, it's so stupid.
So I'm watching this documentary about like old prisons, right? And it used to be like, if you're a prisoner and you died while you were in prison and you didn't have any family or anything to take your remains, like
right.
And you still had time to do, they would actually bury you standing up. Yeah, they would bury the people that still owe time to the state, like the old time fucking legislature that was like really tough on crime or whatever. If you still owe time to the state and you died and like no family or friends or anything wanted to take your body, they would bury you standing up to make sure that you did the rest of your time.
That's awesome.
That's fucked up.
I think that's
like
funny.
The dude's fucking dead.
But that's the thing. I think it's hilarious. I think they should still do that.
Dude, I was just thinking, like,
you're already dead.
Someone brought this up though, like, you know how like advances in medicine are happening so fast and everything, and people are able to live longer, and that's what it's like going towards, right?
Yeah.
There are people that have like 300-year sentences in prison. Imagine being forced to do all 300 years. You're not getting, like, there's people that do 20 years and get out and can't function.
I never thought of it like that.
Think about that though, bro. Like, there's people with, like, fucking life, like, they have, it's not really a life sentence. They'll actually give you some retarded number of years, right? Like, a lot of times, it used to be just life. Just, you're done, bro. You're done. See ya. When you die, we'll bury you, but you're never getting out, right?
What about this? What if time machines get invented, right? And they have to do their time, and then at the end, go back and fix the correct.
How much time you got to do? I got to do 4 lifetimes.
Okay, let's say...
Imagine 4 fucking lifetimes.
All right, here's the deal. Let's say you get
I'm on my second life. I'm a baby in prison. Sorry, go.
Let's say you get a 40-year sentence, right?
Mm-hmm.
At the end of your 40-year sentence, you have to go back into the time machine, back to the beginning, and undo the murder that you did.
Okay. First off, there's 2 crimes, okay, that I think that you should go away for a long time for, okay? Those 2 crimes are rape and murder. Anything else, there's no real reason to send someone to prison for 20 plus years.
Yeah.
Right? Now, if you murdered someone, if you're the reason why someone's no longer living on this earth, and if you raped or child molested someone, yeah, then go ahead for a fucking long time.
What if you attempted to murder someone, though?
You still did something you weren't fucking supposed to do. You still wanted to end someone's life.
Isn't it weird that people get lighter sentence for attempted murder than
you're too
murder?
fucking stupid to actually do it.
Yeah.
And also, this is gonna sound incriminating. How hard would it really be to murder someone? Let's get past the whole psychological thing.
If we're gonna talk about guns, pretty easy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
like that's the thing that I get pissed off at movies when someone's just like, "Hey, this, you have fucking 50 henchmen trying to kill James Bond." I'm like, that motherfucker could have got shot. I could have hired someone on the street to shoot this dude.
Yo, why is it that the bad guys like? I'm not talking about like the boss in the movie. I'm talking about like the cronies, right?
Yeah.
Why do they always get taken out with like easiest shit? Like you shoot a guy in the leg, and he's like, "Oh, I'm done."
Yeah.
Bullshit, dude. He's still gonna fucking like get up and shoot you.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is crazy. They get taken out so easy. It's like, come on.
It's fucking stupid, dude.
So dumb.
I mean, it's just like, sorry to say, but everyone's human, and you're not 50 Cent. You're not gonna fucking take 10 bullets in your face. Like, it doesn't work like that. Like, movies should be really short, dude. Like, think about it. If you're watching a movie and it's like, so they set up who the bad guy is and the good guy is, and the guy gets in a shootout, you're thinking like, I know he's not going to kill the fucking dude. The movie just started. You know what I mean? Like, the only real way that you could fuck with me is if you actually did murder the bad guy, and then it becomes a whole different story.
Yeah.
You ever watch a movie like that where you're thinking something's going on, and then all of a sudden it's like the second half is like, what? This is what's going on? What?
I don't know. It's weird because sometimes we want to know what's happening, right?
Yeah.
And then if the storyline changes, we're like almost mad. We're like, what? Yeah. And then other times we're like, wow, this is awesome.
It's
not predictable.
Do you ever have a twist in a movie, like a twist at the end or whatever, and you're like, I get it, that was a twist, but I don't really care. I don't want to ruin the movie, but the Magician movie we saw in theaters.
Yeah.
Was like the Four Horsemen or whatever the fuck it was. I don't know.
Dude, that trailer was amazing. I wish the movie would have been as good as the trailer.
Yeah.
That fucking trailer was awesome.
Right.
Very good trailer of that movie. They sold it well. There is a new movie coming out called Noah. Have you seen?
No interest.
Have you seen it?
I haven't seen it. I've seen the trailer, but
the trailer.
I have no interest in those type of movies.
Doug Benson tweeted out on Twitter. He said that he was like really excited for the movie. So I responded to him. I go, "Is that based on a real movie or a real story?"
Right. I don't know. I just like, dude. Did you watch Lord of the Rings?
Because the beauty of it is like that would just open up debate, right? Yeah, it's based on Noah's flood. But how do you know that's real?
Story? Yeah, no shit. Well, I saw something a while ago talking about how he imagined Jesus like talking to all his buddies, and like imagine him at a bar, just like, dude, they have me fucked up down here. You know what they were saying about me? As soon as I get there, everyone's fucking showing like crosses. I'm like, I don't want to see that shit. That's how I went.
Dude, if Jesus lived like in 2014, he'd be like Chris Angel, right?
Right.
He'd be just like going around doing magic tricks. Everyone's like, wow.
Dude, do you think Jesus is a troll?
Yeah, he was a fucking entertainer. He had tricks up his sleeves.
He's a carpenter. Why did they decide that Jesus was a carpenter?
I have no idea, because they want to promote the idea of builders are really good.
Right.
Because builders are technically slaves of rich, powerful people.
Right.
You know what I mean? Everyone needs builders, whether if it's a website, whatever it is. You need builders. You need slaves to do the groundwork.
You know how I didn't want to go to church when I was a kid? You know why? Because I wanted to watch two Sunday morning TV shows that were on. Doug and Ren and Stimpy.
I never could watch Ren and Stimpy.
Ren and Stimpy was too weird.
It was really crazy.
Really crazy.
The modern version of that, I think, is SpongeBob SquarePants.
I never watched SpongeBob. I think I was too old for SpongeBob. So
I have to watch it. I got a kid.
Yeah, but hasn't it been going on for a long time?
SpongeBob is... Yeah, I don't think it's going to die, because a lot of like adults watch that thing.
You know what a show that everyone seems to love, but I think it sucked, was fucking I'm going to get a lot of flack for this. Futurama.
I've never watched that shit.
Stupid, dude. It's
I've never watched
dumb.
that shit.
See, I don't know why I loved watching The Simpsons back when I was younger, but I don't know why I liked it.
The Simpson movie was awesome.
I haven't seen it.
The Simpson movie, I went to theaters, and I wasn't high. I didn't smoke anything.
Mm-hmm.
Went to theaters, and I started watching the Simpson movie, and I did not stop laughing. I laughed through that whole thing. And then I watched it again on DVD, and it wasn't that funny.
Dude, you know what I want? I just thought of something, dude. In Seattle, since it's legal to smoke, or in Colorado, since it's legal to smoke weed,
Yeah.
they need to have movie theaters where you can smoke weed while you watch the movie.
It's the same thing as cigarettes. You can't.
But why can't you make it, though?
You can't make a smoking cigarettes only movie theater.
Why not?
It's against the law to smoke in public places.
They can, on the Indian reservations, you can smoke in the casinos and stuff like that.
That is not. That doesn't pertain to the law.
Then I'd make a fucking movie theater on the Indian reservation where you can smoke weed while in the
here's
theater.
the thing, right? An Indian reservation is technically another country.
Okay, that's fine.
You know, technically.
Okay,
So it doesn't have to abide by like laws or anything.
there you go. So
That's why people get murdered all the time on the res.
Really?
Yeah.
Hey, let's go to the reservation so I can murk you.
Anyhow, we're going to take a quick break, and we're going to be right back after this. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back.
Back. I think that was an excellent, tubular, spectacular.
Do you want to close it up?
Do you have anything you want to say to the peoples?
I was just trying to think because I just like went out to the garage or whatever, and I had a fart, and I was trying to think of like what could they create to stop fartness.
You just have to change your diet.
No. I'm talking about some type of material, like underwear, scented underwear or something. You know what I mean? Where you could fart freely and no one would smell it.
I told you my fucking idea about subwoofer grills or speaker grills that have like Febreze in them, so that the movement from the speakers moves the air through your car.
Oh yeah,
That's fucking smart.
yeah. But you could just put like one of those Febreze things in front of the speaker,
Yeah.
and you could just change it up. You know what I mean? Kind of like when it's got on that air below thing.
Right. Dude, there's you know those little things that hang. I thought about this. I want to make air fresheners, but people's symbols or people's fucking icons or whatever. Like, let's say you have a fucking brand. Like,
Oh great, here we go. Optic air fresheners.
why not? Why if MLG were to sell air fresheners, if you have a business and you know, my mom used to have a thing called M&M's, which was her company called Marketing Motivations. If you wanted 10,000 pens with your logo on it, she could make them, right? So why couldn't you?
Go ahead.
Oh, what's it say? Oh, there goes your new YouTube channel's been suspended.
Yeah, the new Drumler channel got shut down or something. What? I don't know. I don't give a fuck.
Already?
I'm on MLG.
Seriously, the new one already got shut down.
Yeah, here's the thing. The channel that I'm not ever logged into, that isn't my channel, right, got shut down.
God damn.
So, but the thing is the owner of the Freedom Network owns the channel.
Okay.
Like, so he owns his own MCN. Like, here was the plan, right? We knew that they were going to just shut down any channel I had. So we looked at the TOS, and it basically said I'm not allowed to access or own a YouTube channel. So how it worked is the owner of the network owned and accessed the channel, right? And I would send my videos to someone, and then someone would send them to him, and then he would upload them, right?
Right.
So I'm all within TOS. It just gets shut down because they're just blindly shutting down stuff, right?
God
they're not looking
damn.
into it to see if I've ever signed into it or logged into it or any of that
I
nonsense.
mean, it's you on the channel, so they're going to assume that you like uploaded it and stuff.
Yeah, so
And it's not like you started like, I'm not uploading. I'm just a guest here.
right. So what's going to happen now is he's going to go to YouTube and be like, that's my channel.
Yeah.
That's not his channel. That's my channel. So we'll see. We'll see how it all works out.
How many? God damn, dude. I would be devastated if I lost Only Use Me Blade.
Well, I mean, Blade, what are you going to do, right? I could sit here and cry. I could say, wow, this isn't fair. Whoa, this is me.
Right.
Or I could just, fucking get up and work. And at the end of the day, me getting up and working and not crying in a corner has resulted in me signing with the MLG. So I think it's
All right. That's a fucking very positive, awesome outlook on it.
You have to. What are you going to do? Like, let's say your loved one dies, right? What, are you going to die? What, are you going to just take a gun and shoot yourself? Is it over?
I completely understand
Is
the
it
comparison.
a wrap?
I completely understand that comparison, but it's funny that yeah, okay.
I mean,
I get it. I understand it.
Who is out there, right, that has a lot of people, for the most part, has had a loved one that has died, right?
Yep, correct.
You're still here. You're still breathing. You like, it's not just like, fuck it, I'm going to the grave too. That's it. It's over. It's a wrap. No, you got to still live.
Actually, the people that are married for very, very, very long periods of time, when the husband or wife goes, a lot of times that person goes relatively soon afterwards.
I've heard that.
My stepdad's parents were married for something like 60 years, and my stepdad's dad passed away, and then shortly after, literally maybe a couple months, fucking grandma went.
But that's what I'm saying. The Bad Kid Cast and Drum Alert are not in their golden years.
Right.
You know what I mean? There's a lot more life to be. I mean, we can still make more babies. There might be a new youtube.com/this Drum Alert tomorrow. More babies can be made. It's not over. Until I was trying to think of a fat lady
right
to reference. It's not over until Rosie O'Donnell sings. But as far as that not being over, this cast is over. Thank you guys for listening to the Bad Kid Cast.
Bye.
See ya.
Peace.